What up? What up? What up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going down, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk with the Real Mojo TV. I am your host, the Real Mojo. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend, man. Safe, fun, enjoyable, family filled, football filled weekend. Real. Before we go on, let's get all the housekeeping out of the way. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you're chilling. Put a one in the chat if you're at work. Like, share, subscribe for the algorithm. And it's about time to get to it, y'all. It's about time to get to it. New York City Mayor Eric Adams announced he is dropping out of the re-election race in a 6-7 minute speech that he gave in his home on the stairway. He brought down a picture of his mom. And he made some interesting points. Made some interesting points to me. Uh, it was a tough year for him and his team. Tough year. A lot of legal stuff, a lot of innuendos, insinuations that he was not on the up and up, and that he had a hand in some not so clean things. Um, what was not taken account of, he came in during COVID, came in during a legal migrant crisis. If you remember, a couple years ago, it was so bad in New York City, right? That he was asking people to take in migrants into their home. And I looked at and I listened to that and I said, what the hell is he talking about? I said, who in their right mind is going to take some people that you have no idea about into your home with your children, men with their wives? Like, who's bringing people from other countries? You don't know if they're a criminal. You don't know if they're a fugitive. You don't know their health status. At the time, it was COVID. But coming from another country, crossing the border, jumping the border illegally, you don't know what type of health issues they have, mental health issues. So, but that's what happens when things are sprung on you and you really don't have any control over it, and you probably get pressure from the people of the city, and not to mention you're just trying to do a good job. Overall, you're just trying to do a good job. You're trying to be empathetic and sympathetic to people, right? On people in New York City, I don't know if he was being blamed for some of the stuff, but real quick, right? Real quick, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I think in the long run, this is gonna be a mistake because of the legal issues and because of all the indictment and all the other stuff. You know, he's alleged funds, millions of dollars in campaign funds were withheld and not being released, so he couldn't run an effective campaign. That I believe. Why, I don't know. Why, I don't know. But I mean, we can all assume why, because of the speculation, because of the indictment, because of things like that, and the fact that also President Trump spoke up and said that he didn't think what was being done to Mayor Eric Adams was fair. You hear what I'm saying? So it's like anything connected to Trump, people gonna turn away from, right? Although because they like to use the racist thing, and I believe that was all put on people. Honestly, I mean, he's had relationships with black women. He's been in multiple rap videos. He funded Jesse Jackson's campaign. All of that type of stuff, and you know why. And then the person who's running, the guy Mamdani, isn't he from Uganda? Didn't he go over to Uganda to get married? I'm not on either side. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of stuff you got to look at, and I think a lot of people not looking at it correctly. Because think about all these mayors, right? All the black mayors who say city safe. We're trying to make the city safe. Make the city. We're talking first of all, probably the biggest city in the world, definitely in America. Probably the best city in the world, definitely America, right? Now you take a city like Chicago. We all know, we all got opinions of the city of Chicago and their mayor, right? DC, Baltimore. I don't know if Memphis, Tennessee got a black mayor, but in New York City, high murder rate, high crime rate. He's the only one saying we are working on getting this together. All those other places are saying we got it together, and the news will tell you that's bullshit. That's a lie. Especially Chicago. Like, and I feel like the part of what's going on, actually trying to clean up the crime, as opposed to lying about it. They want him out of there because he might be one of the ones. He might be the one out of all the black mayors to get to actually get your shit cleaned up, right? We can't give him credit for that because then what? It'd be more black mayors. It'd be more black mayors, correct? Correct. The guy in Chicago is delusional. I can't even talk about him. I don't even know his name and don't want him. He's out of his mind. He said, now Chicago, the city of Chicago is short about 300 police officers. Meanwhile, the city of Chicago, the mayor of the city of Chicago, has 150 officers staff. So of course he won't see crime because he got 150 officers protecting him and his family. So of course he don't see crime. Meanwhile, the mayor of New York City used to be a police. So he can tell you from the inside. He got firsthand knowledge on how to kind of thwart crime a little bit. But again, you coming in with a migrant crisis that was just out of control. You're battling COVID. And again, I ain't sticking up for him. I'm just saying I don't understand the the disdain a lot of black people got for him, right? But again, everybody listens, reads into, and believes what they want, right? But I do feel like it's going to be a mistake that this is happening. I feel like it's going to be a mistake because again, the guy done that everybody is so high on and just going crazy over. The dude, they said that the guy never had a job outside of this, what he's doing now, which is a job. Um, I don't see how it's going to work. I need people from New York City to jump in the chat and educate me on this. I need people from New York City to jump in the chat and educate me on this because I'm not pretending to know. To be honest, I'm not pretending to know anything. Definitely not going to do that. But I will say you would like to have people from the fabric of the city. He appointed a lot of people. New York's probably the most diverse city. It's definitely the most diverse city in America, right? So I feel like what they was describing was he put people of all, a diverse group of people in charge of areas where their type of people populate those areas and those situations. So I feel like it was a good job done with that, but we'll see. We'll see. The other guys talking about putting in city ran or state ran or government ran grocery stores. It's not gonna work. It's already been tried and failed. But we'll see. Again, we shall see. We will see. But anyway, staying in New York, I'm gonna give New York some. I'm gonna give New York some good praise. So we're gonna move on to sports. The New York Giants got a shot in the arm. They got some juice. They got some juice. I said back during draft time that they had probably had the best draft in the NFL this year. And those young players are making an impact immediately. Immediately. Scatterbull, Jackson Dart, who was my favorite quarterback in the draft, even though I'm a Miami fan, and Carter, defensive end. They all playing. They all playing well right now. They giving New York a shot in the arm. They played to a victory over Jackson Dart got to start. Got the word that he was starting as his team now, which is smart. And I said before week 6, scroll up the videos if you don't believe me. I said he should start. Uh, Young quarterback, got a young superstar in the making receiver. That's your connection for the next 10, 12 years. I said that. Didn't even make it to week 6. I said the same thing about the Jets with Garrett and Justin Fields. And look what happened. Yes, sir, Bobby. 26 footer, 26-foot box. And look what happened. I believe Justin Fields was out in the concussion protocol. I believe he's playing tonight. But and Malik Neighbors, huge loss. Malik Neighbors went down with a ACL injury, so his season is probably over. But you got a guy like Jackson Dart, got the whole team, and the guys like, share, subscribe for the algorithm when you pull up. Like, share, subscribe for the algo. Last night we had a big game. Michael Parsons returned to that in a huge contest. No CD. In my mind, that spelled trouble for Dallas. They put up 40 points. Green Bay put up 40 points, and the game ended in a tie, which we don't really see a lot, but that's almost poetic justice for Jerry Jones. And when the game was over, he also said Dak was more valuable to him than Michael Parsons. Your offense is probably, I'm gonna say top tier. I'm gonna put a number on it. I'm gonna put a number grade on it. But the Dallas Cowboys offense is top tier, and uh, for them to put up 40 points with no CeeDee Lamb, huge. And it does say a lot about that. No turnovers, three touchdowns, four touchdowns. I mean, it was a great game last night. I mean, back and forth, back and forth. Dallas got down early and was able to put it together. I don't know what's going on with Green Bay. I thought Green Bay would be the sleeper pick for the NFC, but it ain't really looking like it right now. Right now, they got some kinks they got to work out defensively, and I believe Josh Jacobs went down last night also. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Jerry Jones don't make no sense because if your defense is just getting ran through, passed all over, how is Dak Prescott more valuable to you than Michael Parsons, who is a game changer on defense? I mean, literally a game changer because he's the highest paid player, highest paid non-quarterback ever. So that would tell you he's making what, 47 million? So that would tell you, like, that would speak to his value in my estimation. But again, we talking Jerry Jones and his delusional state, uh, desperation, and a little bit of pettiness, a little bit of pettiness. He was hoping like hell they won that game last night. He was hoping like hell they won that game last night. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is. You have to. He stands on business. He stands on whatever he believes. You know what I'm saying? He's one that stands on what he believes. Pittsburgh and Minnesota kicked off the Sunday, 9:30 in the morning from Ireland. Hey yo, why they jump one of our backup quarterbacks, Skylar Thompson? Jumped him and robbed him. First of all, Skylar, what the hell was you doing somewhere to be jumped and robbed? What was you doing? Where were you at? 'Cause that sound kind of. First of all, to be in another country and be treated like that is one thing. But there's thugs everywhere. And I guess them Ireland thugs just let it be known. We don't give a damn who you are and where you from. You know what I'm saying? We got to get at you. Come over here flashing that paper. We got to get at you. But anyway, we're going to get to the game. Aaron Rodgers looked great. DK Metcalf looked amazing in the first half. Uh, Aaron Rodgers spinning the ball still at a very high clip, especially when he gets some protection. He hit DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf took it to the house for an 80-yard touchdown. 235, 240, 6'4", moving like a world-class athlete. Um, is it me or J.J. McCarthy not the answer for Minnesota? Every time I watch a Minnesota game, when he's not the quarterback, everything seems to flow fairly smooth. The Pittsburgh defense was going to make it a problem for anybody. Uh, they get after the quarterback and turn the ball over, turn over the other team like no other. So, and right now they're just going crazy with it. So they would have made it difficult for anybody. But I just assumed J.J. McCarthy would have been in real trouble. Because we talking Carson Wentz, a former MVP candidate, and he handled it well, a veteran. He got sacked 6 times and still made a game out of it at the end. I just don't see J.J. McCarthy as being the answer. I just don't. It's something could be experienced. Remember, he missed all last year. Now he's injured again. If I'm Minnesota, I think I'm gonna stay with Carson Wentz for a couple more weeks and see how it looks. Because, like I said, to me, it seems to flow. Look at the offense last year with Sam Darnold, and look at it now. And then the first couple games with McCarthy, he just looked. The first couple games with Jay McCarthy, he just looked lost. Um, I mean that's just my thoughts on it. You might see it different. Now we're gonna run down on one more. We're gonna run down on one more game. We're gonna run down on one more game. Not really even a game. Well, yeah, we are. Baltimore and the Chiefs. I think Baltimore's in real big trouble. I think Baltimore's in huge, huge trouble. Uh, that defense is like a leaky faucet that turned into a fire hydrant. Baltimore can't stop nothing. Xavier Worthy did come back, so the offense looks different. But Baltimore is in trouble. Lamar Jackson went down. I mean, Baltimore's in huge trouble. I don't know who their backup is, but if Lamar Jackson is out for any amount of time, 2 or 3 games, they might go 0-2, 0-3. They're already 2 games behind the Steelers. And if the Steelers is on that schedule, which I haven't looked at, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it could possibly get way out of hand for Baltimore. They could lose that division they could be out of that divisional race by week 8, 9. I mean, 37-20. Derrick Henry got the ball 8 times. We all know Derrick Henry needs at least 20 carries. At least 15 carries. 8 carries is not enough. Especially, and then when you get down, you're in the passing game, so he's really not going to be useful. Uh, Patrick Mahomes looked good. I mean, but again, Baltimore, Baltimore defense, they make anybody look good. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts. Jump in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the NFL. Any game I missed that you want talked about. We still got the rest of the week. Eric Adams stepping down. Again, I think it's a mistake. Let me know what you think in the chat. I know you will, especially you New Yorkers. Hey, man, that's the show for today. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Like, share, subscribe for the algorithm. Thumbs up in the chat if you're chilling. One in the chat if you're at work. Like, share, subscribe for the algorithm. Thank you, people. Peace out.